LensVid's coverage of IBC 2024 is brought to you by Small Rig, Big Dreams, and Hollyland, made to inspire.
Hi, we're at IBC 2024 and we're at the Sigma booth and I'm talking to Mr. Kazuto Yamaki. Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for allowing us to have this interview. And you have some very interesting new products.
Yep.
One of them was announced and one of them maybe you're going to tell us about. This is the 28 to 45 Cine lens. It's a 2.0 with autofocus and it's a prototype.
Right. Actually, we call it a concept model. So we have not decided if we productize it yet or not. But the purpose of showing this concept model at IBC is to get the feedback from customers. We have the 28 to 45 F1.8 zoom lens for full frame for still. And we use the same optics, but we put the same optics in a Cine style housing. This lens has autofocus, but also has a mechanical focus ring has the mechanical stops.
So you can use like a follow focus and you won't have a problem like locking in both sides.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but there must be some requests from the customer. So we really need the feedback from the customers. And once we have enough feedbacks from them, we will release this lens as a new product.
Yeah. And in terms of like everything else apart from the housing is similar to the 28 to 45 that you already have, the stills version. The autofocus is the same.
Yeah. It works autofocus. So internal structure are basically the same, but it has the Cine style.
Yeah. Okay, that's very interesting. I think that you're going to get a lot of positive feedback about this.
I hope especially those who shoot by themselves with a gimbal find a very useful equipment because they can use it autofocus and also Cine style manual focus.
In terms, do you know the weight that it is going to have or not yet because it's not finalized?
Not finalized yet. So no details have been determined yet.
I wanted to ask you, this is something that we did a few interviews in the past back in Photokina, and one of the questions that I have then, and maybe now it's going to be answered, is are you interested in making a line of small compact video lenses, not Cine lenses because you have Cine lenses, but smaller lenses that are more for mirrorless cameras, for gimbal work? This is maybe the beginning of this, or might be.
Yes. Technically, it's lightweight to make the small, compact, lightweight lenses, the mirrorless lenses, for those for video or Cine shooters. It makes every sense. So Sigma like to produce this kind of lens for the mirrorless camera shooters.
Is it difficult to integrate, because all mirrorless cameras, or almost all mirrorless lenses, not cameras, all mirrorless lenses that I know almost have basically fly-by-wire mechanism, which you can spin them all the time and they don't have hard locks. With this, you have the hard locks. Did you have to make a lot of complicated solutions internally to make this work?
Well, actually, this lens has a fly-by-wire focus system.
Okay.
But still, it has a mechanical stops. So we need to work very hard on software implementation to realize a very natural manual focus operation.
That's very
But our software engineer has been working very hard to implement it.
Yeah, I tried it before. You have it on display and it works very well.
Thank you.
It's very interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the answer about possible future video. I'll call them video lenses because I'm not sure if it's, maybe it's do you call it a Cine or a video lens? What do you think?
So far we call it Cine.
Cine,
Yeah.
okay.
Very serious Cine, but new Cine lenses.
Yeah. No, because it's fairly light. I mean, if you hold it, it's not very
I believe
heavy.
compact lightweight is the trend, both in still and video.
Especially if you want to use it on a gimbal, you don't want something which is too heavy.
Right.
Okay. Canon recently introduced two VR, one new and one that they introduced before, VR lenses. Is this something that Sigma might be interested in? This market, the VR market, is something that Sigma might be interested in?
I think it's quite interesting. The Canon does have such lens, and I really admire their ambition to make such a unique, innovative lens. So one of our purposes is to unleash the photographers or cinematographers' creativity through our products. So we like to. Right now, we don't have a plan to make such lens, but we like to create such kind of innovative lenses which have not existed before.
Yeah, and I think these are examples. We'll talk about that.
One of these lenses.
So maybe in the future, I think it's still a very, very small niche market, the VR market. But maybe in the future it will grow.
Yes.
So yeah, it will be more relevant. I wanted to ask you about the 28-105 still lens that you have here.
Yep.
Yeah, this one. So I wanted to me at least, this lens was a surprise. I wasn't expecting this. What I wanted to ask you, did you start, this is a 28-105. Did you start from a 24-105?
It was one of the ideas initially. Actually, the source of the idea of this lens is to implement the longer focal length in 24-70 2.8. Our 24-70 2.8 for mirrorless camera is a really top seller lens, but some customer ask us to make the focal length a little bit longer because 70 a little bit too short. And then we wanted to try the 24-105, but we found it makes the lens quite bulky and heavy. So we decided to start from 28.
And following this question with another aspect of being too bulky, the 24-105 f4 lenses, Sony for example, has a built-in image stabilizer, optical stabilizer. And on your lens, you don't have one. We talked before, you mentioned why. Maybe you can repeat that. So why doesn't this have a stabilizer?
Mainly two reasons why we didn't include the stabilizer. The first, if we include the stabilizer, optical stabilizer in it, it makes lens again bulky and heavier. So we wanted to make it a compact, lightweight. This lens weighs just below 1 kilogram. So this is our target. This was our target, and we achieved it.
Yeah.
The second reason is that the in-camera body stabilizer works quite well. We analyzed the functionality of the in-camera body stabilizer. It works really well, up to 150 millimeter to 200 millimeter for normal usage. So we believe that customer can be satisfied with this lens.
So basically, unless you make a lens which is 150 millimeters, something like that, this is the stabilizer in the camera is basically going to be enough.
Well, yeah, but some customer needs a stabilizer in any for any reason. They may use lenses for some specific reason. So we decide whether or not we implement the stabilizer for each product.
We talked to some of your customers who use the FP cameras, and they really like the camera, both cameras basically. And I think that they're really interested to know if you're still committed to this line, to creating more new cameras, or new versions of the older cameras. What do you say to them?
Well, there are several reasons why we still continue that path. First of all, Sigma is still a family-owned company, and this company was founded by my father.
I remember you telling me about this many years ago.
It was my father's dream to become a real camera manufacturer, so I need to take over his dream. That's one reason. The second reason, we love, all staff at Sigma love photography, and we love camera. So it was our dream to make, it's our motivation to make cameras. And also, we know that it's not a huge amount of customer base, but we do have a Sigma camera users. We need to provide our own cameras to them. So moving forward, we will continue the development of camera body.
That's good to hear. And talking about your own cameras, I think at the previous interview this year, you talked about the Foveon sensor that you were developing. And it has I would say, a road quite a long road until you came until now, basically. What about it? Is it still in development? Do you have some complications in the way? What's happening with that?
It's been for a while, long time since we started the development of the new full-frame Foveon X3 sensor. The initial design had a serious problem, fundamental technical problem. So we abandoned that design and we started the new design from scratch. So we are still working on it, and we are in the process of making the new sensor. Since the introduction of the first camera which features the Foveon sensor, it was called Sigma SD9. I've been using such camera, SD9, SD10, SD14, SD1, DP cameras. And I know the special look of
the colors,
the micro details, special look. I love that image quality. So I really wanted to develop the new generation full-frame Foveon sensor.
But you can't speak at a specific date that it will be ready.
We do have a timeline, but I don't think we can share such idea because we are still not sure if we will be able to make a product.
Maybe final question about the market in general, both the video market and the still market. I think that the photography industry as a whole had a pretty rough couple of years. We had COVID with all sorts of things that happened. We had, I think, all sorts of difficulties with shipments of components. I know that you try to source everything from close by in Japan as much as you can. What are your thoughts about the camera industry in late 2024 and where are we heading?
Actually, as you said, the camera market has been shrinking since 2013, but according to statistics, it looks such trend hit the bottom 2021-2022 timeframe. So far, we are doing quite good, and our business is also very healthy. The question is the market moving forward. Yeah. I'm not sure if the market stays as is or grow again or shrink even further. But I think it's really depends on the innovation of the manufacturers. If we create the innovation, we can grow the market. So it's really up to us.
And you think, maybe a follow-up, do you think that the market for professional gear grows more than, I would say, the entry level or even the mid-range?
I believe so, especially young people, young customers, are pretty much interested in this kind of gear, especially they like shoot video or cine. So they are my hope, and I hope many more professionals are getting into this industry and market.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And be sure to watch more videos from IBC on LensVid.com. Bye.